Adams Archive.
ESPN fired Sam Ponder. Sam Ponder was one of the individuals, and by one of the individuals, I mean the only individual from ESPN who called out this transgender BS. And apparently, this woman was fired for it. It says Ponder didn't immediately, let's see, the ESPN fired Samantha Ponder and Robert Griffin III on Thursday. The Athletic first reported the shakeup, and ESPN confirmed the news on Fox News Digital. Ponder was anchor on Sunday NFL Countdown, and Griffin was an analyst who appeared on multiple shows. Ponder didn't immediately comment on the decision. Griffin joked on X about getting fired on his day off, using a clip from the movie Friday. The decision to fire Ponder sparked most of the outrage on social media. Riley Gaines, host of Outkick's Gaines for Girls podcast, and former ESPN anchor Sage Steele were among those to defend Ponder. And this is what Riley Gaines had to say. It says, so ESPN fires Sam Ponder, the only woman at the network who publicly said that men don't belong in women's sports 3 weeks before football season. Sam is one of the most beautiful, yes, she's very beautiful, genuine women I've ever met, alongside Sage Steele, who had a similar fate. Not a coincidence. Sage Steele came out with this video clip.
So it's been a couple hours since I saw the news that ESPN decided to fire Samantha Ponder for cost-cutting reasons. You know what? I'm not going to even waste any time talking about ESPN. I need to make sure that you all know who Samantha Ponder is. You've watched her for years. And she's an incredible talent, but that's the least important thing about her. This woman is so strong. I met her when we co-hosted the Scripps National Spelling Bee in DC 100 years ago. And back then she was still Samantha Steele. So we were like, oh yeah, we're twinsies. Sage Steele, Samantha Steele. We look exactly the same too. And we've been connected at the hip ever since, mainly because of our similar values and our faith. Samantha has taught me so much about God, about Scripture, about the Bible, about not giving up, and about standing tall. And you know what? She's done that for the last several years at ESPN, even when it was hard. When I was still there, we talked about it all the time. And I just need everyone to know this is a brilliant woman, an incredible mother, who's also made me a better mother, for sure, Sam, don't deny that. And I'm so excited for her future. It's so scary when you're in it and you don't think there's any way that you're going to ever be okay. Sam already knows that this is such a blessing that God is bestowing upon her, because there's so much more for her to do. And I'm just honored to call her a dear friend, and so damn proud of what she's done and how she's done it this entire time. So this is another loss for ESPN, but it is a gain for literally the rest of the world, because now you're going to see the true Sam Ponder. It's all going to come out, and I hope you're ready. She is a gem, and I'm honored to call her a friend. I love you, girl.
Now, why would you see this true person, right? What would it be about working at ESPN that would make you be able to see the true person behind the on-screen personality? And that would be because when you work at these types of organizations, and ESPN, I'm pretty sure, is owned by Disney. Who would have thought they would hire or fire somebody for having their own belief systems? But why would you see the real person? Well, because any person in a position that is owned by these gatekeepers, whether it be ESPN, whether it be high-level movies and actors and musicians, and it all comes down to, do you want to keep your job? Do you? Because if you want to keep your job, you have to keep your mouth shut, especially if you're religious. Especially if you're, somebody who has outspoken beliefs about the current indoctrination that's happening in our school systems. Any one of those things, pick your poison, right?
Adams Archive.